Welcome to Lucas's Philippines.
Hi everyone. So today I'm going to make braised short rib ragu, and here are the ingredients. We got 2 cups of beef broth, some rosemary. It calls for rosemary sprigs, but this is what I got. Work with what you got. 2 cups of red wine. I'm using Moscato, rich and smooth. Bay leaf, a cup and a half onions, a cup of carrots. It says 2 or 3 stalks of celery. I'm using that much because the celery here is small. A couple of tablespoons of minced garlic, a couple of tablespoons of some tomato paste, 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, and what else? Oh yeah, 4 pounds or 2 kilos thereabout of short ribs. And what we do is sear those off in some hot oil in there, put them into that while we do all the mirepoix. After that the onions get translucent, then we start adding all the other stuff. And during that time, my wife will be holding the camera because I need both hands. So we're heating up the oil. Get ready to cook these ribs. Wait for the oil to heat up. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm using coconut oil because I like it. It doesn't have much of a flavor, really. It's not like olive oil where you can taste it. And it's not Frankenstein corn oil or vegetable oil. So, yeah. I'm just watching for the little ripple effect on the oil so that I know it's hot. It looks like it might be the trend. Good enough. Hopefully my wife is pointing that into the pot so you can see what's going on in there. Using her camera as the viewfinder so we can see what the camera is pointing at, instead of like last time taking a random guess. Yeah, so after these get all browned up and everything, like I said, we're going to put the mirepoix in there. That's the carrots, onions, and celery. And yeah, after the sauce gets going, then we'll put the beef back in there. It's got to simmer for about 3 hours so all the meat comes straight off the bones. And once we get to that point, well, you'll see. Use some tongs. A little spatula would be ridiculous. using your fingers would be ill-advised. Go ahead if you want to. Just be sure to record it so I can watch. Fantastic part of frying anything. That awesome feeling of hot grease landing on your arms, occasionally your face, always your hands. Oh yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. The first time I got the hell burned out of me by hot grease. Basically, the idea is just to brown these off. Kind of seal in the juices. It feels so fine. Not really. Ah, bitch. Good cool it off. I successfully managed to get hot oil all over my stove. Fantastic. This is one of those times when those grease screens you see for frying pans would be nice. But you know, I always forget to buy one of those. Oh well. Nothing some elbow grease will take care of. Turn the fire back on. Maybe turn it down a little bit. It is Ragu sauce. The recipe says to put over mashed potatoes or pasta, which is probably what most people do, but I'm going to put it over rice because, you know, Asia, everyone has to eat their rice, no matter what. Eat a full course meal. Where's the rice? So, yeah, whatever. It's going over rice. It'll probably be okay though. It's not the end of the world. you get the idea of this part. I'm gonna give my wife's arm a rest, and I'll come back when I start putting the veggies in. That smells good. Now, as you can see, we're doing the veggie part. Got some nice little beef leavings down in there. Maybe you can see them. Maybe you can see the beef leavings in there. Stuck to parts of the onions and the carrots. And just keep doing this till the onions turn translucent, which means, you know, a little bit clear. I can see through the onions, 'cause they are good. Not quite. It's getting there. Get the wine ready. You put the wine in first because it breaks up the what's left in the pan from the beef and the veggies, and it turns into the base of your sauce. But also because you want to let some of the alcohol and the wine burn off before you go add in other liquids. Otherwise, you know, end up with a drunk sauce or something. Alright, that's looking about right. Going, get the tomatoes open, because after I add the beef broth, next thing is the tomatoes, and then the rosemary, the bay leaves, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, some Del Monte. Rosemary, bay leaves. spill it on the floor. Let that come back up to heat. One tablespoon. Close enough. 2. Smallest container that I can find. Come up to a boil again, because once I add the meat, it's got to boil before I can turn it down to a simmer, and I don't want to be standing here all freaking day waiting. So the recipe says 2 sprigs of rosemary. I don't have sprigs, so I'm just going to guess about maybe 2 tablespoons of dry rosemary. When you add dry ingredients, you want to rub them like this, because that gets the oils going before it goes in there. It really helps to infuse those flavors once it gets cooking. Hopefully I didn't just overkill the rosemary. I'll find out later. I'm thinking probably not, though. Bay leaves. down in there. Now wait for it to start boiling. That's about it. Just that. Bring it to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer for, like I said, about 3 hours, because you want that meat to get super tender so you can pull it off the bone, shred it up, and then put it back in there before you serve it. And there is the finished product. Like I said, I put it over the top of some rice because, you know, Asia. And I'm having it with some broccoli juice while I watch YouTube. So, hope you like it.